Hello, hello. Oh, I said it. I said the thing. I said the hello, hello thing. I can't stop myself. It is Friday evening, the 7th, at 8:30 exactly. Currently, by the time this is uploaded, it'll be more like 8:40 probably. Actually, heck, who am I kidding? That was a bug. I failed to kill it. Sorry about that. Well, that's disappointing. By the time I'm done talking, it'll probably be 8:40, and then it'll be another like 5 minutes until it's uploaded, let's be honest. And that's being optimistic. So it's probably more like 9 o'clock my time by the time you're seeing this, which means it's like 7 or... I can do math. 3 or 4. 2 or 3. God. Whatever. That's irrelevant. I'm just talking for a minute about literally nothing. Ha! Good for me. Yes, Friday. So weekend coming up. It's good. I'm taking a trip to Rothenburg tomorrow, as I believe I have mentioned yesterday. That's kind of weird looking. That's this arm. Wow, I'm weird today. This is strange. Okay. And here I thought this was going to be a more normal one than yesterday when I started out by dancing. But no, nope. I signed up to visit the crime museum, which is a museum about crime and punishment back 1,000 years. It'll be interesting. There'll be lots of corporeal punishment, lots of hideous torture methods, which will be good as long as I don't think too hard about them, and then I start getting squicked out. But I'm excited, and I've heard that Rothenburg is a beautiful town. I was messaging with my father yesterday. That's my Jamie Hyneman, by the way. Because of the mustache. Anyway, where was I? I was messaging with my dad yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to Rothenburg. He was like, that's awesome. Your mom and I went there when we were like 20 years younger or whatever. And apparently it's beautiful, and it's very medieval looking, which is awesome. I love medieval things. Today in my morning class, we had a discussion about color symbolism in different cultures, and surprisingly few of them are the same from Germany to the United States, which really surprised me because, we're not that far apart. I knew that green means hope in Germany, whereas in the United States it more often means envy or greed. And then there's the obvious nature stuff as well, which I think is pretty universal, because grass and trees, they're green. What others were there? Wow, I've just forgotten all of my examples. Ah, there it is. Did I get it? No. Oh, I am a failure. Man. It actually wasn't a mosquito. Did I say it was a mosquito? It was a gnat, which is much better than mosquito. But still irritating. I forgot all of my examples. I think yellow was one of them. Because yellow means cowardice in the United States. Except for sunny yellow. It's complicated. Very, very complicated. Right, well you see, most people think of color as a strict progression from red to purple, but really from a non-linear and non-subjective point of view, it's really more of that apple wheel thingy of wibbly-wobbly, colory, woolery stuff. I'm going to stop, because first of all, I don't really remember how the rest of that speech goes, and saying, well, I'm making this up as I go, and there would be too many awkward pauses. Not that if you've made it this far though, you're probably okay with awkward pauses, because They happen a lot. Yes. I've decided I don't really like my afternoon class all that much, although it is better than my morning class last session. We basically just she gives us worksheets, and or not worksheets, but informational sheets, and we read them, and then we talk about them, and that's all. That's all we've done so far. And it's not particularly interesting. Yes. A shame. Also, I was looking at my, oh, you can't really see it, okay. But so, my sideburn before I got a haircut, went out to here, man. Look at how much it got cut off. It's half of my sideburn. I feel naked. Look at how wide my face looks. It normally doesn't look this wide when I've got actual stuff here. I'm rambling. What else happened today? I don't remember. I know that more stuff happened. I had a dream last night that I walked past Daniel Radcliffe's house, and he was just sitting in there with all his, he had this glass wall, and the glass doors were open, and he was just sitting on his couch, in his pajamas, his feet up. My feet are up, you can't really see. Watching Harry Potter movies and other movies and stuff that he's been in, stoned out of his mind. And we were like, "What are you doing, Daniel?" And he's like, "I'm so stoned. How stoned am I, guys?" And we were like, "You're really stoned." And he's like, "I'm watching my own movies." And I was like, "Yeah, we see that." Yes. What else? I dressed nicely today, and my morning teacher was like, "What's going on, Matthew? Why are you dressed so nicely?" And I don't really know how to explain that I just like dressing nicely in German. So I was like, "I got nothing going on. I like these clothes." I think is basically what I said. And he's like, "Well, ladies love a well-dressed man." And I was like, thank you, but that's not really why I do it, but okay. Today there were no awkward lines of questioning about my dating life, which was exciting. I wore a purple tie today. It was pretty exciting. And a vest. I like vests. I don't know what's going on, man. Why can't I think of anything? I know that more stuff happened today. I have to wake up really early tomorrow again. Those of you who are longtime watchers, I feel so stupid when I say that. And remember my trip to Dresden all of 3 weeks ago. Remember that we left at 7:15 in the morning. That is once again the case, although it's actually 7:30, so it's slightly better. Regardless, that means I'm going to have to wake up about 45 minutes earlier than I am accustomed to. An hour, actually, ish. Excuse me. So that'll be fun. I'll maybe try and get to bed earlier tonight. Who am I kidding? I'll just not sleep very much. That's probably what will happen. I remembered. I started using my new razor, and it's wonderful. I started using my new toothbrush, and it's awful. It's the hardest bristles I've ever used. And it was only the medium toothbrush too. It wasn't even a hard one. I couldn't find any soft ones. They just didn't have any. They were all medium or hard, and I was like, well, I guess I'll take a medium one, and this one's cheaper, so. And then I took it out, and I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be awful. And it was. So I've been very lightly brushing with some awfully stiff bristles. You probably didn't need to know that. But I felt the urge to share it anyways. Too much information. it was really cold this morning, like surprisingly so, for September. You know, Germany, it's much more northerly than I'm accustomed to, I think. But then later in the day it warmed up. It was 38 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up this morning, actually. It's currently 64. The high tomorrow is 71, so I'll probably wear slightly less layers than I did today. Probably gonna go with one of my jackets and no vest, and not like a nice shirt. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not a V-neck shirt because I got sunburned last time, and now I have a V of tanned area on my chest, which is kind of weird looking. I don't know what else to talk about. I turned in my essay, which was exciting. My teacher, my morning teacher, was like, "Yeah, the essay is due on Friday, but if you can't get it done on time, just like bring me a bag of gummy bears for each day that it's late." I love gummy bears. And today, like 3 people just brought in gummy bears and gave them to him, and he was like, "Why are you giving me gummy bears?" Because he like clearly forgot about it. But I finished my essay and didn't have to go get gummy bears, so that was exciting. Yes, I mentioned that I got a mechanical pencil. It's unfortunately like not. It's like a fancy mechanical pencil, but like not in a good way. It's not like the, oh shoot, I don't remember what they're called, but those ones that like have the twist up eraser. No, it's got, you have to pull this metal cap off, and then there's an eraser, and it's just kind of hard to do properly. And then like the eraser's not super, first of all, pretty small. It's pretty small, and it doesn't. It's difficult to adjust, so it's kind of a pain. But it is still better than writing with pen. I really just like writing with pen, as I think I've mentioned. Oh gosh, wow. I didn't sleep particularly well last night, which is probably why I am yawning so much. Maybe that is a sign I should attempt to get to sleep earlier. Oh, I cracked myself up. Oh, I've actually been meaning to mention this for a while, but I keep forgetting. So, we've got fluorescent lights in here. You probably can't really tell, except for the blinking that's going on over here. And that is also the case in the hall, which you can't see. And the hall lights are on a timer, so like, you push a button and they turn on, and then after 5 minutes or so they'll turn back off by themselves, which means that every time that I leave after dark, it's like pitch black in the hallway until I push the button. And since they're fluorescent lights, they don't just go and on, they go and then they turn on, and it's literally like every scene out of a horror movie ever, where it's like you push the button and the light, they don't even like all blink, that like starts and it's like and it like spreads out, and it's like you just know something's gonna be there, man. If this were a horror movie, I would be so dead. I'd be so dead. But thankfully, to my knowledge, it's not. That's wood. That's also wood. So that's good. Ooh. These lights also do it, but it's not as bad because normally I don't turn these lights on after dark. They're already on. But those lights, man, freaking me out. Also, it's a hallway, and hallways are always freakier than just rooms, in my opinion. If you've got counterexamples, feel free to tell me. I've managed to talk for a very long time about very little, so I'm going to stop, I believe, unless I think of something in the next 2 minutes, by which I mean 2 seconds, which I'm not going to, so bye-bye.